Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening. Please delete as appropriate. Yes, we are back again in Train Sim World 5, back again to do something that I've talked about doing a few times when I've done my first Train of the Day videos available on YouTube. And that's carrying on after the first Train of the Day, doing the first service. I've done in those videos, first Train of the Day, into the first station, and then stopping. We've not done what comes next. So, West Coast Mainline, Class 710, first train of the day. I'm going to be taking on a service that looks quite interesting. So that is the plan. If you're watching this on YouTube, hello, how you doing? This could be going out on a Wednesday, where I've been putting my first train of the day series available on YouTube. There'll be links in the description below to where you can get the game. A link down there to the Twitch page where you can watch me live on the Twitchy, and a link down there to the Discord server as well. For those watching live, this does replace the pre-planned tram simulator. A couple of bugs with that, so I'm going to be doing that next week. So that will be coming. And as there wasn't many people around to do a drive along this evening, I thought I'd do something all by myself. And driving home, I came up with this idea. So that's what I'm doing. Good evening to the Troll, Trent, and Stokey as well. So yes, West Coast Mainline. We're going to be doing the Class 710. And we're going to start with the very first train of the day. So this is going to be an interesting one, I think, because it's the train maintenance depot to Watford Junction. Then we go part 2 of the train maintenance depot to Watford Junction. I don't know why I've done it in 2 parts. Then that service becomes this one, Watford Junction to Euston. So we don't go from Milton. We don't go from. Of course, it doesn't go from Milton Keynes to Class 710. So then we go from Watford Junction to Euston early morning. We'll see what time we get, whether we then turn round and get back to Watford Junction again. We will see what we can do, but we'll jump straight in. I'm going to change the time of year to August, purely because, well, it's going to be light. We go 2nd of August, and we'll even change the weather. No, we won't. We'll go dynamic. Right, so that one. Let's go. Will this be a short stream? I've got no idea. We'll find out what happens when we get to the end. Continue your journey with a QR code. No, don't want to. I refuse. You can't make me. We're not playing American Truck Sim. That's a view. Right, okay. So let's up the volume. Key in. Into forward. Notice board light, we don't want that. Cab light, head, that's on day. Tail lights are on auto. Have we got... we have got lights. Oh, I should change the livery, shouldn't I? To the awesome Sims and stuff one. But oh well. Too late now. Do we have windows? We have windows. Let's open the windows. And hopefully we're going to get forward mementos. Maybe. Okay. Have I got to... Oh, God. Have I got to press it? Hang on. It's flashing at me. Are we over? No, we're overhead, aren't we? So I've got to pull my pants up. There we go. I think we got power now. There we go. It's fine. I know how to use this. It's fine. Are my pants up? I'm not answering that on the grounds that I might incriminate myself. Right, so this first little scenario thing's quite short. I think it takes us as far as that stop indicated thing. And hopefully then we can just carry on. So this then becomes the first service of the day, which is what we want to do. Well, yeah, not many people are around tonight. I was going to do the tram thing, so people made other plans. And then, yeah, spotted there were a few little bugs with that. So I thought, well, I'll do something else. And I fancied... there was a talk about doing farming, but not many people are around. So driving home, I thought, I know. The extended edition of First Train of the Day. As we didn't do the 7:10 last time, although we are doing it next time. It isn't the first train we're doing, so thought I'd do the 7:10. So here we are in the the 7:10. I've got no idea. Plans change. Why are we stopping? Okay, that's a... Is it turning us... Okay. So it wants to turn me round right. I'm guessing I'm going to have to go the other way. Is it just a hunch? I don't think we're going to be going that way. I think we're going to be going back this way. So, a needle pulling thread. Right, so let's put that into that. Let's put reverser into shut down. Let's change the tail lights to on, headlights to off. Take the key out. And let's wander through, and hopefully by the time we get to the other end, well, we know we can't go forward, so I think going the other way is pretty much the way we're going to go. Mind the pole. Okay. Let's shut the door, please. Thank you. There you go. Door is closed. No, Connor. Tail lights are off. Oh god, no, that's the wrong one. Headlights are on day. Key in. That into forward. Okay, and wait to start. We've got to go this way. We are going this way. Okay, we've got a red. So we can't go anywhere because, the red. No, I uninstalled the announcements mod. Because in case that broke the game. Well, it is this way because it's 500 yards in this direction. I'm just hoping it's now put us on the correct line. No, we shouldn't need to contact the signaller. Let's have a look at the map. So we are there. It wants us to go. It's the points. It doesn't... I don't know what platform where am I going? Stop as indicated. Useful. Go via Willesden Junction. Go via Stonebridge Park. Go via Wembley Central. Go via Harrow and Willesden. Stop at Watford Junction, platform 2. Denied. Wait for signal to change. Okay. But surely I don't want to be going this way, do I? I want to be going here. Because it's not going to take me... Why would it take me through the station? Because that's a dead end, so I can't go that way. The only line it can put me on is this one. So I need to change here. Hang on, I got a green now. Ah, there we go. Forget that, it's fine. There's obviously waiting. The signaller type person, the guy, that person, the pointy person that points, obviously having a coffee. I was confident. Okay, I thought I'd be going over on that track. Where is it taking me? I can't be turning around again, surely. It's taking me back into the depot. What are you doing? Is it? Or is this a... I don't know. No, it might be okay. I just... Excuse me. It just seems as though we're... Are we going round the outside of the depot? I got a red in 140 yards. I'm really confused as to where... Oh, is that the... Oh, no, it might be okay. Right, we need to change the power mode. Okay, so we need to go... shoes down. There we go. So now we're third rail. So we're overhead in the depot. And now we're third rail. Okay. It's fine. It's fine. It's all good. I knew what I was doing. So via Willesden Junction. No, it's fine. I was confident. I had no problem at all. No confusion whatsoever. That it's all going to go to plan. Okay, I might be slightly confused a little bit, but apart from that, it's fine. Hey, I managed to do the power switching over thing faultlessly. I've got no idea. Right. 30 limit. Then we had a 45. That's a view. Hang on. I've got to do a thing. Bear with me. There. There we go. Thumbnail. Done. Right. More power. You see a train, indeed. Not what? Shania Twain? Oh, that's braking. Yes, it's taking all the way, taking all the way, taking us all the way. We're going all the way. Let's go all the way. Let's go all the way. Who sung that? That was a good song. Anyway, main line is over to our left. We're going via Stonebridge Park. Was it Sly Fox? It could be Sly Fox. That was a tune. Yeah, there was some confusion in the depot. about where the hell it was taking me, but you know, we sorted that now. We're okay. That's a building, and you can tell that by the way it's a building. That's some sort of maintenance depot thing. The kicky about place is over there in the distance. Well, yeah, I didn't know. I thought it was taking me back into the depot, but it didn't. Obviously, because I'm not in the depot. If you just joined, where were you? This is an extended version of First Train of the Day that I've done on YouTube. And I've said in some of those that I wanted to carry on after the first train of the day and do the first service of the day. So that's what we're doing. What I'm doing. Oh God, it's like flipping 20 questions. Yes, the lighting has improved. Right, Wembley Central is next. So hopefully, well, not that there'll be too many trains around this time of the day, but we might see a few when we actually do the return service back down from Watford down to Euston. Whether we get time then to do the return service back again, I don't know. We'll find out, I'm guessing. Right, 40 limit. I am still running on a modded version of the 2024 timetable, so in theory we're going to see a few more services. Alright, 45. What I have for dinner? Pasta. Sausage and ham? Sausage and ham, tortellini with carbonara sauce. Which is very nice. What's my favourite owl? Whatever one of the owls was called in Harry Potter. Whatever Harry's owl was called. I can't remember. What was Harry's owl called? It wasn't just called Owl, surely. Hedwig. Yes, it was Hedwig. There we go. There's definitely not many or any other trains on the line. We will be picking up passengers at some point. We're just getting the train into service. So we're driving to Watford Junction. Having left the depot. Deeper and deeper. So how long before we actually do see another train? We should have the underground, overground, wombling free trains, or underground, the ones that go under the ground. As a fact, interesting or not, 45% of the London Underground is overground. There you go. That's information for you. I said that before. There's lots of things I repeat. I don't know. People that are watching this may not have heard that before. So I'm never allowed to say the same thing twice. Is now what you're saying. Wow, that's going to be really hard to do. I can barely remember what I said yesterday, or this morning, or an hour ago. $45. It's one of those. It's 1.1 miles to the Harrow and the Wheelsdons, which does sound like a 60s pop group. Was pop around in the 60s? Alright, we got a red. I heard the final sign-off from Johnny Walker, because on YouTube, his final Sounds of the 70s show, you could tell he was struggling with not being able to breathe, bless him. Hopefully he's around for a while. Right, 300 yards and we've got a red. What the hell are we waiting for at 5:27 in the morning? I'm guessing some sort of other train. That'll be my, my opinion. So one of the annoying things with these train, which is actually quite accurate with the modelling, is that the aircon units do turn on and off to save electricity. Yeah, there isn't any freight on this timetable, so it's not going to be freight. I hope it's not long before they add it, because that's the sort of thing you see trundling around. Why are you stopping me? Oh, the lovely Transport Museum in Covent Garden, where we were at just as much time as we were the depot. About 45 minutes, I think, wasn't it? Okay. We are waiting for something. Let's look at the map. That one. We are there. We are trying to go there, where there's a train. Well, so we're not going to go anywhere until that sods off. Where's that? When's that going out? 5:30. Train terminates here. Useful. Hang on. Stonebridge Park, Harrow and Wheelsden. Stopped instruction. Well, so why is it trying to put me... So I've now got to wait until that train leaves. I think the planning is a bit out here. Unless there's a... Unless the other train's coming out. And it's going to switch tracks, because if I'm technically... No, because I'm only at... Where am I? I'm not at the full place, am I? Yeah, I've got to go via Harrow and Wheelsden, Watford High Street, and then to Watford Junction. What, the train we just saw stopped at the station? That one. Hang on, do I see something moving? I see something. I see a train. There's a train. It's moving. I see a train. It comes. It's a train. It's quite trainy. It's got a rather nice paint job as well. Shame the guy that does the paint jobs gave up on them, really, didn't it? Because when he puts his mind to it, he can do some good paint jobs. But, you know, most of the time, he's useless. Right, we're still waiting. Oh, we got a green. We got a green. So that train in front of us must have sodded off. We need to do something for the West Coast Mainline North thing. Right, so we've got a 30, then a 45. I had a conversation at work the other day about Jive Bunny, for those of a certain age, and what happened to them. Anyway. Jive, look it up, Jive, Bunny. They did some mixes of songs and they were really good. Go on the YouTubes. Swing the Mood, wasn't it? Swing the Mood, one of theirs? The Glenn Miller one? I've probably got some actually somewhere. Right, Watford High Street is next, and then we go to Watford Junction, and then turn around, bright eyes, and then go back to Euston. We have a problem. Thanks, Trent. Oh, God. Right, 4.3 miles. Have I done this right? I don't know if I've been to Watford High Street? I don't know if I have. All the times I've been to London, I barely know where I am. I just get slightly excited when I get to Barking Riverside. You haven't listened to the whole thing, Harry, have you? It's proper music, that is. Proper job. A few seconds was enough to get the idea. It's like when you meet someone, isn't it? You can generally get an idea within the first few seconds, and that's true. That initial impression. First time I saw Nico, no dress sense. First time I met Trent, odd. First time I met Harry, cross between a gerbil and a golfer. He was very quiet. Everyone generally is at the first meet-up. So a gopher. Yeah, you are a gopher. Gordon the gopher. No, he just wears golfing clothes. He wears polo shirt, golfing trousers, and golfing trainers. That's it. That's what Harry wears. We had someone else in the community a few years ago that only wore polo shirts, and they always wore them with the top button done up, which to me always seemed very, very formal. Who does that? Who wears a polo shirt with the top button done up? No, I wear polo shirts to work. The top button's never done up. You can't. When does he turn up in the Jag? Amy Lou, hopefully in November, has found the volume control. I do like the XF, I must admit. I meant to send a clip to Richard. The podcast I listen to on my way back and forth to work now with Johnny Smith, ex Fifth Gear, and Richard Porter, the Top Gear scriptwriter. They don't really talk much about cars, although it's a motoring podcast. And he said that he's been driving a Ford recently, and he was given a Puma ST line with the 1 litre EcoBoost that is destined to fail, and the world's most stupid gearbox because it never knows what you want it to do next. I'll have to try and get the clip and send it to Richard. Yes, the Ford EcoBoom 1 litre engine, where they thought it was a good idea to run the cam belt through oil. We're doing the return journey, so we're staying with this train, turning around at Watford Junction and going back to Euston. So yeah, if I do ever end up in a car dealership and I do buy my Fiesta, it will be with the 1.5 diesel. But probably 2 years' time, I'll still have the mighty Mondeo. Exactly, Harry. I thought it was a good idea at the time. It probably is a very good engine until it goes boom. So if you're only going to keep a car for for as long as it's warranted, fine. If you're trying to buy a car after the warranty, don't do it. Right, so I've seen many trains going back the other way. But I'm not too surprised at 20 to 6 in the morning. If I had the money to bring one back to life and prime, I'd definitely get me a Granada. Oh, nice. What, proper Sweeney spec, Mark II. My brother's first car was a Mark I Escort. I think something I've said before, I do apologise. It got stolen twice. They found it both times in Bristol. The second time it had been fitted with a roll cage and had a boot full of tools. And when he went to collect it from the police, because they transported it back, the copper said to him, "Those tools in the boot are yours, aren't they?" He went, "What?" My brother went, "Oh yeah, of course they were." Some very expensive tools in the boot. He instantly then sold it for fear that they just come back and steal it again. I think he got a Capri. No, what do you have after that? I think he bought an Orion that then my old man had off him. Right, got to go via Watford High Street. Oh God. Vauxhall Belmont. Sod off. That was an Astra with a boot. It looked hideous. My first car was a Morris Ital. Never drove it on the road because I failed my driving test. So sold it. Ended up on motorbikes instead. Yeah, I've had a mixture of sizes of cars. I've had an Omega, I had Cavalier, obviously I got the Mondeo, I had a C4 before this. I can't say I'm a fan of big cars. A bit more comfy, yes. Yeah, someone doesn't know how driving tests work. Right, 300 yards, we've got a yellow. And then we've got to stop at Watford Junction. And then turn around and go back the other way towards Euston. So yeah, we've taken this out of the depot then. Taking it to where it's starting its first run of the day. This is where the speeding up time thing could be useful. It depends how much time it's giving us to turn around. When we get to Watford Junction. Yes, going back to Euston. So yeah, took it out of the depot. So yeah, I've talked about in the first train of the day videos available on YouTube that I want to carry on after that first train of the day video, so do the first full service, and that's what this is doing. One of these ones that's gone out is one where I have a rant. I can't remember which one it is. I rant about people hitting the notification bell. Oh, Jesus. Alright, we are arriving at Watford and its junction. New YouTube series, second train. Well, I did think about, because I did one, didn't I? Last train of the day. Problem is it's dark then. Right, so we've arrived at Watford Junction. So now this should end. But what we do is we go back into free roam. Service starts at 6:13. That's quite a length of time. That's half an hour. I'm good at maths, aren't I? So, is there anything that leaves here before then? Have we got some sort of... Are there a board? Is there a board? Have we got some sort of thing telling me where the train's going out? Hello? Weirdo. Oh, for God's sake. That one. So we could have taken that one.
The riding of bikes is not permitted at the station.
Right. So what we do then is we'll get back on here. Yeah, we'll speed up the time. What we'll do is I'll put the brakey thing in this one then. We'll put the reverser into shutdown. No. Tail light on. Marker lights off. Key out. Now what we'll do is we'll go to the other end of the train and then we'll speed time up. Because it starts at 6:13. There we go. Okay. So, shove my key in. That into forward. So, tail light off. Header marker lights on today. Power's going to be good. Right. So what we do now is we come up here. We go favourites. And we change the time to 4 times. And then we speed through the time until 6:13. Also interesting to see if anything else does. They're very square London buses over there. It is a mod, God mode, which is useful for turnarounds like this. So you can only speed up the time by 4 times, but it's enough to well, not sit here for half an hour. We shall whip our way through the time, see if anything else comes. Stream's coming up after this, by the way. Tomorrow night, back with some trucking. I know, Thursday night trucking. Friday night is going to be farming, back to Elm Creek. We said goodbye to Riverview. We're going to do the last, I think it's going to be the last 3 streams we're going to be doing back at Elm Creek. So that's going to be Friday night. Saturday, don't know yet. That's a quick train. Jesus Christ. That was quite quick. Sunday lunchtime, more farming, and then back next Tuesday with a drive along again on this route on the West Coast Mainline. Yes, Ed and Dorset on farming. That train came in really quickly. This one's going to go out really quickly. Bloody hell. Okay, that's high speed. World's fastest train. I have got the year 1 season pass for Farm Sim 25, yes. And don't forget, the day of release for Farm Sim 25 will be here in the evening. It looks like it's going to be the American map for us to start with anyway. So we may get that set up on the release day, and then the day after release, going to be doing about 10 hours streaming. Hi Dastro. So going to be doing an 8 a.m. to midday, then take a break for an hour, come back and do 1 p.m. to 5 p.m, take a break for an hour, come back and do 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. So there'll be 10 hours of farming on the day after release. So that'll be the Wednesday. Thursday then will be trains. Friday night will be more farming. No, Friday night to be confirmed. Saturday night's more farming, I think. And then on the Sunday as well. One of the two. Lots of Farm Sim content within the first week. Right, 13 minutes to go. Oh, for God's sake. Okay, we stayed in the same train. It's fine. We we missed 2. Oh, for God's sake. Really, troll? If you're going to troll, can you stop, please? Thank you. It's like the world's fastest train service coming out of here. not seeing many like Pendolinos and stuff going past. Imagine one of those coming through at full chat. That's going to be real high speed. If you're wondering what we're doing, I'm waiting till the service to start. I've got a mod set in that allows me to speed up time. So service starts at 6:13. So we're just whipping our way through, and then we're going to do the return service to Euston. We have a problem. I'm not going to apologise, Trent, for that one. Hello, Trent. You'll get the royalties from it, Trent. It's fine. Pick them up with your farm wages. Right, so now we're going to do a stopping service eventually, all the way back to the London station. There you go. How's that? Is that better? Right, 5 minutes to go. And then we'll see. I don't think we'll get time to come back again. Maybe do a couple of stops on the return. Depends how long the turnaround is. Well, it's not a short. It's an hour and 10 minutes on it on the 350. I think this is actually a shorter return run, or 4-line run, about 50 minutes. Something like that. 2 trains have left. None have arrived. If we're the last Starfighter, last one here, normally in this situation, one leaves, one arrives. Right, let's get the time. Favourites, 1 times. There we go. Right, so back to standard speed now. Service starts in 30 of the seconds. Yeah, because there was 2 trains here. You'd think there'd be... If we're going, there's no trains here. Look at that, was a quick bit of maths, wasn't it? There were 2 trains, 2 have left. How many? Then I leave. How many did leave? None. Not the religious person with the habit. Gambling habit. Right, unlock doors. How many people are going to get on a train at 6:13 in the morning from Watford to the London station? I would say, looking at the amount of people on the platform, not many. We are looking a bit lacking in passengers currently. But I'm actually glad we stayed with the same train. That was planned, obviously. What's closing doors? Why are you closing? Did I say close the doors? Oh, it's the automatic door thing, isn't it? No one gets on, they close. Oh, there's a train. I see a train. Shh. There's a train over there. There's a 350 just pulling in. Be quiet or you might scare it off. It's oh so quiet. There are weirdos that do this in things like OMSI. They would actually sit here and wait at their turnaround. Trent's one of those. Yeah, there you go. Lock doors. Well, Stop at Watford High Street. There we go. Right, back we go. Where do you think Trent's name comes from? He's named after a bus company. I hear a train. I see a train. You want this DLC? Abso-flippin-lutely. The West Coast Mainline. It's awesome. I'm running a modded timetable on this. If you're on PC, there is a mod that gives you the full 2024 timetable, because the release version doesn't. It's under more trains. To make it better, you will need the Pendolino, the 390, because you then see those as AI. And if you got London Overground, you'll be able to do this service as well. So it's one of those routes that's great if you've got everything else that makes it better. It's still a good route though. Right, into Watford High Street. It's going good, Daniel. Daniel is driving tonight on a train. I can see the red tail lights heading to Watford. In we come. This station reminds me of Portsmouth and Southsea. That's a weird station. It's like, that's a tiny station, yet Portsmouth Harbour, huge. We have arrived at Watford Place, High Street thing.
Please remain behind the yellow line.
Right. Lock doors. Doors are locking on the right-hand side of the train. Right. Bushy. Oh, it's like the 90s all over again. So yeah, if you've got London Overground, you get this. If you've got the 390, you get to do that. Which means then, if you have got those, you get the 350 as a drivable services, you get the Overground, you get the 390, and you get the 1972 London Underground, and you get a very short section with the 377. Right, so you go back onto the main line now at Bushy. Bizarre, isn't it? Watford Junction is quite a busy station, yet because of Watford High Street, you've got this little strange little loopy bit off the side where just the Overground trains go. And there is another Overground train in an awesome livery. I think, personally, I think that's the best one Harry's done. Because it's minimal. I like minimal. Loading passengers at Bushy. Welcome to Bushy. You don't get very long to get on, do you? It's like, yeah, hurry up, get on. It's like being on a tube train. Oh, Jesus Christ. Right, Carpenters, not Carpenters, Carpenters Park is next. 1.3 of the miles. Oh, that's speeding. That's a lot of speeding. There we go. There's another one. I mean, they're all going the other way. Like, where have all the trains? They're all in Watford. As a train, I'm not a fan of these because of the seating. It's all longitudinal seating. There's a word for a Wednesday. But, you know, they serve a purpose. It's got no, I don't know, it's got no soul. I noticed it, obviously, with the 323s going in Birmingham. We went up there, what, a month ago now, whatever it was. And we went on the 323 and then instantly went on Angry Train afterwards. Yes, it was brighter and it was airier and it probably did hold more people. But it just was lacking in something. And I think that's the same with a lot of modern cars, coaches, buses, trains. That you get on it, you have no idea what it is. Maybe we don't care. Oh, you scumbag. Really?
Please have your ticket ready for inspection.
There we go. Doors are opening at Carpenter's Park, where you get about 20 seconds to get on because we're now late. Less than that. Some seconds to get on. Hatch End is next, 1.4 miles. Yeah, we've seen a couple of trains go the other way. Again, it's still early in the day, and it's 6:24. We're not into commuter time yet. Unless you're working at, you know, odd commuter hours. I've been on the commuter lines into London at commuter time. You get on the train at the end of the line, it's like, oh, this is fine. You get to Waterloo and it's like, holy crap. I just stood to one side. When I got to Waterloo, I'm like, no, you lot can just, you all go. I'll just hang back. I'm in no hurry to get anywhere. You lot go through the barriers. I'll just hang around here for like 5 minutes until you've all sodded off. It was like the 8:30 arrival, I think it was, or something, into Waterloo, and it was like, no. Waterloo is a busy station. Train! There's a train. Let's see a train. There is a train. There's a train over there. Did I see Abbott? No, that was too early. Right, braking. We're now arriving at Hatch End. I'm always amazed every time I go to London, no matter what day of the week, what time of the day, just how flipping busy it is. Even on some of the remote services or buses where you think, no, it's not going to be busy, is it? Because we're all the way out here and it's like, 8 p.m. on a Saturday. No, it's busy. Even when I went up to York, 2 years ago now, wasn't it? Going through London at 7 a.m. on a Saturday morning, busy. Where are you all going? A bit like me, I suppose. York. Headstone Lane, platform number 1. Yeah, well, Ethan's making his way back towards Waterloo currently. He's been out all day. So he's been out. Actually, no, he missed the first rush hour, but he's out through the second rush hour. Right, we have 600 yards to Headstone Lane. Making our way back to the station in London, beginning with an E. I can't say his name for copyright reasons. I have to pay Trent 15p if I say his name. We'll just wait till he's not watching, then I'll say it. Really? There. I'm running a minute late. At least it means the turnaround time is going to be less when we get to the London station. Haha, see what I did there? You like a bad smell. Not saying anything. We actually had anybody get on. We've had no one get on yet. Not a single passenger. Right, Harrow and Wheelsden. Actually, I don't see any passengers on the platforms. It's like we got no AI passengers. Yeah, I'm using a mod. A rail driver and joystick interface mod that allows me to use my flight throttles as a control surface and allows you to remap buttons. So basically it replaces the rail driver, which the game supports. So I'm using my flight throttles as throttle, brake, and I'm using my farm sim side panel for opening doors, changing views, my G27 shifter buttons for doing that. And it's a game changer for me. I couldn't go back to using like keyboard as I used to, because it just feels so much more realistic. You follow the instructions. Right, Harrow and Wheelsden. Are we actually going to see any people? Am I alone in the world? Is this one of the situations where I'm the last man on Earth? Apart from the people driving these trains. Ah! See, that was a weird series. Anyone watch that? A series called Last Man on Earth. You think, okay, it's about the last man on Earth. Episode 1, he finds other people. Well, you're not the last man on Earth. And they spend all their time living in a house on a cul-de-sac in America. I'm sorry, if I was the last man on Earth, I'd be exploring the world. I'd be like, right, find me a ship, make sure it's got enough fuel in it, and sail across to America or something. Right, we have arrived at Harrow and the Wheelsdens. I wouldn't risk taking a plane because, you know, the crashing.
Please alight and walk with your bike. Thank you.
Yeah, there is not a single person on the train or on any of the platforms. That's slightly scary. No, my luck, right? I'd be the last man on Earth. You think, great. And all of a sudden, I get a message from Ethan going, hello! Yeah, a few people have said that they've had no AI people. I wonder if it's any of these mods we've got that are stopping the AI. I had them yesterday, and I'm running the same mods. I took out the auto-announcer thing today. Right, Kenton is next. We got a 45 and a 90 limit, both at the same time. Not sure how that's going to work. I think of the two routes, of the overground and the 350, I think I prefer the 350 because you have got those sections of higher speed for a longer period of time. This almost is a underground route, isn't it, that they've just stuck overground trains on because they're not very far apart. I know it's realistic. Yep, not a single passenger. How bizarre, how bizarre. There's no point in me opening and closing my doors, really, because no one's going to get on or off, are they? I would do it anyway. Because I've got to. Yeah, stopped for 20 seconds. There you go, stop for 27 seconds. Right. South Kenton. I've not seen. Oh, I never did. I thought I'd not seen a Pendolino. But I thought you'd have seen the odd 805 as well. Although again, it is still early in the morning. Well, this is, you know, this is normal time. We are running about a minute late. I don't see nobody. It's just like, excuse me, I'll open the doors for the sake of opening the doors. Nobody to get off the train. No one's getting on the train. Thing is, I know now, if I turn around at the London station and come back again, that, oh, train, there's still going to be no people. Right, North Wembley. Just the one, Mrs. Wembley. That was the Home James TV series with Jim Davidson in, where he played a chauffeur. That was a thing. Saw a trailer last night actually to a new show on Netflix with Ted Danson of Cheers fame, starting in a couple of weeks, where he's put into an old people's home to spy on them. From the look of the trailer, it looks like it's going to be quite funny. Oh, break. I don't know, go on Google, type in Ted Danson Netflix show. I didn't like the one he did about being in heaven. One that found that. I tried watching that a couple of times. I was like, nah, I didn't like that. I can't remember what it's called. Lock doors, locking doors. Wembley Central is next. It's not multiplayer, no. It is single player. One day, maybe, we might get proper multiplayer. I think the guard mode in this is almost hinting at it. So whether we will get something in Train Sim World 6. But for that, we'll have to wait another 10 months. I definitely would have thought I would have seen more trains coming the other way. Well, there's not been many going past us either, heading towards London. You know, not quite in commuter time yet. That's sort of 7 till 9. Isn't it? Oh, there you go, there's a train. We are arriving at Wembley Central, where there's no passengers. We got... Oh no, there's people! I see people! There's people over there. I think they're train workers. There's still people. There's two workers over there. Well, say worker, they're just still having a chat. And one of those stupid robot type things. I'm not doing it. We've got a yellow, then we've got a red. Oh no, it's gone now. Right, Stonebridge Park. Watch the sorted food video while I was having my dinner. Cooking for 5-year-olds. Not that I cook for Ethan, but I can almost imagine that's what it's like. Having to mix up things and hide it in food. Someone at work talked about the budget at work today, and was saying that they put a thing on the internet about this family and what their income was and what they spent and how much better or worse off they're going to be. And it was like that they spend between £400 and £600 a month on food. And I went, Jesus Christ. And one of the other guys, single dad, he said, yeah, I spend probably about £300 a month on food. I said, I'm lucky if I spend like 150 quid a month on food. And one of the women went, no way. There's no way you can survive on £150 a month on food. I said, I do one Iceland order a month and I go shopping and I spend like 20 quid, 25 quid. That's it. Yeah, but what about, you know, like fresh fish and fresh veg and all that sort of stuff? I just burst out laughing. So what? So I don't think I honestly buy anything fresh. You must do. Nope. You must buy veg. Nope. Like fresh meat and stuff. Nope. So you live on processed food? Yep. You can't live on processed food. Yeah. So I don't get time to cook. Oh, you must get time to cook. I don't. I said I can't afford to bloody buy fresh food. I'm not as rich as the rest of you lot in this place. So yeah, it was quite amusing. About how the budget isn't really going to affect poor people. So I'm alright, thanks very much. And we've still got no passengers.
Please do not leave your luggage unattended on the station. Luggage left unattended may be removed without warning or destroyed or damaged.
Still quite a few to go, I think. Locked doors. Ethan's a tax write-off. I've got him for bloody Christmas. If it was just me for Christmas, I'd have probably gone to Tesco's when I finished work on the 23rd. Probably, I don't know, 30 quid, 40 quid. Done. Go out again before New Year. Done. Go out again New Year's Day. Get stuff to go back to work on the Thursday after New Year. And then normal shopping on the Saturday. No, I've now got an Ethan for Christmas. Although, I think he wouldn't object to pizza for Christmas Day. Right, we've got a yellow, then we've got a red again. Pizza for breakfast. No, do a bacon sandwich or something. Christmas Day breakfast. Although I'll get up about 6, he'll get up about 10. Yeah, I'm not fussed. I'm looking forward to having a nice chilled Christmas Day. We've already said, you know, watch a couple of Christmas films. Just sit and veg. And I'll be streaming in the evening anyway. So I don't want to be cooking something and then spending like 2 hours cleaning the kitchen up. No. So it probably will be pizza for Christmas dinner. I did cook a Christmas dinner last year. Well, it was a Sunday roast. And we still have no passengers. Not one passenger for this whole journey. I actually left the Christmas decorations up until Boxing Day last year as well. The year before they were down at 8 AM. I think if any of the takeaway places are open on Christmas Day, I think that might be a thing. Probably as we're streaming, I'm going to have to eat about 5 o'clock. I'm not letting Ethan anywhere near a sharp knife. I don't want to spend Christmas Day in A&E. I did that 6 years ago, thanks very much. Right, Willesden Junction next. Some Wetherspoons are open on Christmas Day, apparently. Oh, right, we got a 30. But no, I think traditionally it's been Christmas Day farming. So there'll be a farming stream in the evening for a couple of hours. Well, I looked at that for like, it's like 52 quid a head to go to book a table at a pub to have Christmas dinner. I'm not that fussed by Christmas dinner. I'd rather chill out on Christmas Day afternoon, say watch a film, chuck something in the oven, have that, and then stream. Hi Rich T. I'm not a fan of Christmas pudding. Done. Right, unlock doors for nobody. Nobody getting on, nobody getting off. I could cook a ham. See, that would appeal to me. Do that like the day before. Although I'm in London, we're in London. I'm in London on the 21st, which is the Saturday. Home on the 22nd, which is a Sunday. 23rd, I'm at work, and then it's Christmas Eve. So it's time. I think the mod has made everyone invisible. I almost feel like uninstalling some of these mods. There's a tube train. Couldn't see anybody on there, wasn't really looking. Oh, this is the depot where we started. I think. I still find it weird that these things run on the same lines as the underground. You've got to be really quick with the points changing, haven't you? You don't want to just send in one of these for a tunnel. Train. Oh, it's getting busier now. We can't see the trains. Nothing. Not a single person. Last night, loads of them.
Smoking is not permitted on any part of the station.
It's half term, yeah. Everyone's sodded off. So I don't know if it's the train. It must be a mod. We'll see what happens at Euston. I don't know. Someone else said that when they did the overground, they didn't have any people. So I'm thinking it's the overground that there's an issue with. What I might do is see what there is as far as overground in when we get to London, and jump in one of those and see if there are people. And see if it is one of the mods is affecting the overground. Hello, Dorset, by the way. So yeah, the underground trains go down there. We've got quite a few installed, but not many that affect this line. Yeah, not a single person here. There's no one on that other train either. So it's fine yesterday. In the 350, yeah, we had people yesterday. It does sort of ruin the immersion a little bit, because you want to see people getting on and off. Right, Kilburn High Road is next. So yeah, what we do is when I get back to Euston, we have a problem. I'll see if there's a 350 we can nab. Because we've done the first train of the day bit. So I'm wondering if it is... Unless it's the timetable mod has affected certain routes. Possibly. Game can't cope with it. Too many trains, too much going on. Has to sacrifice something, a bit like Farm Sim. Can't give you sounds, he won't give you any. It's this again next week. Right, braking. Into a very empty Kilburn High Road. Not too bad on time wise though. Now only like 30 seconds late because we're literally hardly stopping. Right, South Hampstead. Where again we'll get no people getting on and no people getting off. Happens in Omsey sometimes, doesn't it? We'll return to that one day. It's been 2 months since I've driven in Omsey. I don't know. I got to plan my Christmas streams. So I do want to do As Dusk Falls again. There will be the Christmas Train Sim World stream. There'll obviously be farming. We'll try and do some tabletop sim. Yeah. Well, I'm doing Planet Coaster 2. I haven't bought it yet, but I need to buy it. So I'm going to do that next week. Because I enjoyed doing the first one. So I want to see what the differences are with the second one. I don't know. I'm going to be here all the way through. So from... I'm just trying to think about this. I may not be here on the 23rd. So the Monday. But I'll certainly be here Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, Boxing Day, all the way through till... If I stream New Year's Eve, which now I'm going to be here on my own, I probably will. then I won't stream New Year's Day. Because I'm back at work on the Thursday. Right, 1.9 miles to Euston then. Have a look at last year's video. It's out there on the YouTubes. Also, we have got some new routes coming in this, potentially before Christmas. We know we've got the commuter line coming in 2 weeks' time. We know we've got West Coast Mainline North coming in 3 weeks' time. We think we're going to get Manchester commuter before Christmas. No, GWR Remastered won't be till next year. Same with Cardiff. Right, 1.4 miles to Euston. Then, from a scientific point of view, I'm going to try jumping in a 350. Because we have done the first train of the day. We took this out of the depot, took it to Watford, took it from Watford down to Euston. And I just want to see if when we get in the 350 we then get passengers. If we do, then we know it's something to do with the timetables and this train. I'm thinking it is the mod. Oh, that's brakes. Oh, God. I don't know, because I don't know what 350s there are. I haven't planned on taking a 350. Right, you have 25 limit. So I won't take it all the way to Milton Keynes because time. Sounds this train is a dependent for one of the mods so that you can take it out. Yeah, I might just go through my mod list at the weekend. It's a shame. Well, you should be able to find which one of the mods, shouldn't you? Quite easily. I haven't put many in. I think the only ones I've got in are for this route. Right, in we come. There's a few Pendolinos in. 3:50 on the platform next to me. When I look at the times, what if when I go back into free roam, that might reset things. Right, we have arrived. Unlock doors. Oh, how'd that work? Oh, tell lights to auto.
Oh,
Press the wrong button.
yeah.
That's a name. You know what your name is. Thanks for the follow.
Please do not leave your luggage unattended on the station.
Please do not leave your luggage unattended on the station. There's no one on the station. There's not a single person. There's nobody here. They've all gone. They've all sodded off. Hang on, it isn't going to count. Oh, bugger. Hang on. Hang on. There we go. Right. So let's go back into free roam. Right, what have we got that's going out? It's just no... Hang on. Hang on. There's passengers. $7.24 to Tring. 7:15 going back to Watford. 7:09 going to Milton Keynes. And there's people. Right. Let's go and jump in this then. Excuse me, I'm just going to... Thank you. Yeah, it's the overground's broken then. You're on... okay. Open the windows. Open the windows. Lights are on. Yeah. Yeah, so it's the overground services that are broken. We'll soon see now. If we suddenly start getting passengers on the platforms, which there's none here, I wonder if they will be on the next station. Are doors open? Yeah, they are. Right, passengers are loading. Right, stop at Harrow and Wheelsden. Considering we just come through Harrow and Wheelsden, didn't we? We'll see if we've got passengers waiting there. We've got them on the train. See, that's the thing I love about this game, is that you can just do that. You could quite happily just spend multiple hours going up and down in various trains, and it's a lot of time before you get bored. Because if you started in Milton Keynes, you could bring a... What could you do? You could bring an 805 down, if you got the mod installed, down to London. Jump in a 350, go back to Milton Keynes. Then hang around for the next Pendolino, 390. Bring that down. Then get in an overground train, go back to Watford. Bring that back down to Harrow and Wealdstone, jump in an underground train, come down to Queen's Park. Hang around at Queen's Park for an overground, go back to Watford Junction. Grab a Watford Junction train back to Milton Keynes. That's a lot of hours just going up and down. I don't know. I don't know how far I'm going to get. It's gone dark. I can't see. There we go. Right, I'm interested now to see if we are going to get passengers at Harrow and Wealdstone. Braking. Yeah, so we've got passengers on the train. If we suddenly get passengers at stations, then we know it's the overground trains have ruined it. That's a tunnel. You're about 22 hours early for that. Proper speed. Well, 75 miles an hour. It's sort of speed. There is a red down there. I'm definitely following a train. Not a train from the series The Boys. Train. Why are there people on these stations? No. There's no one waiting. There's no one on that station. So whether it's because I haven't gone back to the menu, I think if I'd have gone back to the menu and come back in again, it would have reloaded back in. So I think there were people on this train because they were on this train. Yeah. Nobody there. Is anybody there? I had a feeling you'd be there, Trent. I'm almost tempted to go back to the main menu when I get to Harrow and Wheelsden and then spawn back in at the same time and see if it resets itself if we don't get any people stood on the platform at Harrow and Wheelsden. And then maybe see if we can get a train going back to Euston to see if Euston is then busier. To see if it was me going into the overground train first, has not put any people in. If I spawn back in on foot and there are people, then it's definitely the overground train that I chose. So then the thing to do, maybe if you want to drive the overground service, is spawn in on foot before the service starts. You might get people, not spawn in the service. That makes sense. So if service starts at 5:21, spawn in at 5:20. I mean, you can't do the first train of the day thing as I did. We will see. The scientific porpoises. There aren't any screens on my left. There's ones on my right. That is, but doesn't do anything. It does, but yeah, you can't actually click on anything and stuff. Yeah, look, no one. Not a single passenger. So I reckon stop at Harrow and Wheelsden, go back to the menu, spawn in on foot at Harrow and Wheelsden, and then see if we can go back to Euston. Jesus. 2.4 of the miles. No, I'm not going to say anything. Yes, Halloween tomorrow. My ex's birthday. I should send him a text. I think the last time I heard from him was on my birthday, where I just got a text going, "Happy birthday, you old bastard." I'm going to be here. Right, 1.1 mile. There's no kids around where I live anyway, so no one knocks at my door. Oh yeah, no, it'll be a haven't you retired yet sort of message. And then he reminds me that I'm 9 years older than him. Right, braking. A lot of braking. Oh god, hang on.
Moth 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 moth. Does it never end? Moth 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 and myth.
It read out everything. Thank you very, very much, Rich. 35 of the moths. Thank you indeed. It did, in fact. You ended with a myth and not a moth. Right. So, a needle pulling thread. Right, let's go back to the main menu then. He was going to carry on, but the myth was the man, the myth, and the legend. Right, so timetable. On foot. We've got to find Harrow and Wealdstone. It's up here somewhere, isn't it? Wembley, South Kenton, Harrow and Wealdstone. Okay. We'll do 10 o'clock. So I can't remember what time it was we were just on. 1st of August. We're doing a Eurovision train on Tuesday. Right. Let's spawn in then to see if we've got people. If we have, then we know that spawning in the overground train, we've got people. Right. Now I need to go and find... Right, what have we got? 10:06 to Tring. We want to go the other way, really, don't we? That's okay. We got a lot of people. 10:08 to Euston. Okay, that works. Right. So let's go stand down here. And what we can do now is go dink, 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 and speed up the time. And then we'll take that 10:08 back to Euston and then see if there's people at Euston. But yeah, there's people here that are walking rather quickly. What, the sign on my left that says Harrow and Wealdstone? The one that says Frozen. Let it go, let it go. Bloody hell, Jesus Christ. Okay, that's quick trains. How bloody quick were they? That's the world's fastest train. Jesus Christ. Right, there's tube trains coming in over there as well. Right. Oh God. Let's Right, let's put this back to normal now. No passengers for you. Yeah, so it's the overground then, where there's no passengers. Think you do, right, Dorset, can you do an experiment for me? Can you, if you started at Euston, just spawn in on foot, and then see if you, so at a time before that service, and take that service to see if it's spawning in on the train that causes the issues. If you spawned in on foot and then jumped in that service and took control, does everybody disappear? So we know we've got people here now being on foot. I should have stayed over. See, we got tube train in. Do I like gaming? I wouldn't do it 2 hours a day, 6 days a week if I didn't. It chose that same train. Okay. Right. So let's... Thank you. It could be a time of day thing. Yeah, it could just be that... Well, I took the service out of the depot, don't forget. Right. Underground's going. Hang on, 30. Yeah, exactly. So I'm wondering, because I was going to do a first train of the day in the 350. Right. 9.7 miles then back to Euston. Where I'm guessing there'll be a lot of people. What I might do is when we get to Euston, I'll go and have a look at the overground trains and see if there's anybody on them. If there's any in. Thing is, we're doing the overground next week, but we're not starting with it. So I'm wondering, it must be when you spawn in an overground that it's not putting any passengers. But if you spawn in on foot, it does. If you spawn in a 350 or anything else, it does. Some experimentation needed. Right, there's the underground. I'm almost intrigued now to see. I'm sure it's the mod, so it's not Dovetail's fault. It's my fault for putting a mod in. If I took the mod out, I bet they'll be fine, because they were when we did them originally before we started putting the mod in. So it's one of the mods that we're running is affecting the overground. So it's not anything I can complain about, because it's my own fault. But I'm now just trying to find a workaround. To be honest, not very often we do the overground anyway. And when we do it on Tuesday, as I said, we're starting with a 350 and then taking an overground. If that's the case, then because you're not starting an overground, you should get passengers. Should. Exactly, you can't complain when a mod breaks your game because it's your own fault for modding it. I'm almost curious now as to find which mod it is. I took out the auto announcements one. Is there another one that's just to do with the 710? It could be that. Alright, we'll stay at 75. Our passengers from the start yesterday. It's second trip, picked no one up. Yeah, it's definitely one of the mods. Don't know. I might see if Ethan can do some experimenting tomorrow. He's got all day doing nothing. The 710 one for the Brighton line and didn't crash. Yeah. It's something to do with this line, obviously, but I could remove every mod that isn't associated with the 2024 timetable and see if that fixes the problem. It's not the end of the world, but thing is, there's so many new routes coming out over the next 2 months. Chances of me coming back and doing this again soon are quite slim. I want to do Scotland. We'll certainly be doing Blackpool branches after Preston, because then we'll do a link between the two. We've got MBTA commuter coming out. We've got Manchester coming out. There's still loads of routes to do. Try spawning a Harrow Wheels at 720 twice and it crashed both times. Oh! That's not good. Hasn't crashed on me yet, touch wood, because I took the auto announcer mod out because Harry said that it had an issue where if you were too close to tube trains it caused the game to crash. So I took that out before I streamed, so it hasn't crashed on me. Well, that's why I'm staying with 1.51 currently for ETS2 and the old version of Pro Mods, which we're doing for tomorrow's stream, much to the annoyance of others, because I'm not every 3 weeks. I know it's only £1, but I'm not every 3 weeks faffing around with getting another version of Pro Mods because SCS update it. If that carries on, I'm going to get in the same situation as I was probably a couple of years ago with ETS2, and I'll just shelf it for a while. It is frustrating. I almost wish, in a way, that Pro Mods was on Steam. Or there's a way of having Pro Mods, paying like a £10 a year subscription and have it auto update. So for 12 months it will update your version of Pro Mods. Done. It's not so much downloading it, it's then having to faff around putting it all in the right bloody order. So yeah. I don't think Steam's set up for subscriptions though, is it? But you could just buy the latest version on Steam and it would just install it in your game, done. And if SCS didn't rely on you having to put the mods in the right order, surely by now there's a way of SCS going, look, we know that these mods go in this order, so you just put the mods in your mod folder, we'll put them in the correct order. Thing is, there's so many games that I want to do that things like ETS2 may take a backseat. I really miss doing Forza. I really want to do Wreckfest, or Wreckfest 2 is coming. We've got... Why have you stopped me, train? We've got so many things that we want to do. You know, we got kebab chefs, we got grocery store sim. I really want to do Railroads Online. There's certain games that I think just have a potential. There's the one we did years ago. What's it called? Where you build things. You make like vehicles and helicopters, and where they brought out a survival mode at night to try and compete with Minecraft. Scrap Mechanic, that's the one. Love it, absolutely love it. We did that in multiplayer about 5 or 6 years ago. It was awesome fun. So it's games like that that I want to do. I don't want to end up just doing a cycle of the same games over and over again, because you get bored with them. We then get to a point where we're bored with playing them, and you guys get to a point where you're bored with watching them. This is interesting because there's new routes. I'm really enjoying the drive-alongs. You know, this for me is relaxing, thoroughly enjoyable. Farming, I think, despite my initial doubts about Farm Sim 25, I think Farm Sim 25 is actually going to be quite good. Really looking forward to it. Got some ideas to try and make it difficult for us. Hopefully we'll get some people wanting to join the farm. Hopefully that continues to be a big thing. Flight, meh. You know, I want to do a single player series of something, whether that is something like Planet Coaster 2 or something like that. There's still always going to be the fun stuff that we do, like balls, like the quiz. I want to do some Open TTD again because I really enjoy that. No one likes watching it, but I really enjoy playing it. So there's lots to do, and you know, a limited time to do it. I was really enjoying that Harry Potter until the whole spiders thing. Right, so in we come into Euston then. Steve and the spiders. Thing is, I'm no good. Genuinely, I'm no good at those sort of fighting games. I haven't got the reflexes. I'm not built for that. That's why I was no good at Call of Duty. By the time I got my gun out, looked through the sight, I'm dead. I love playing them, rubbish at them. See, games like Red Dead Redemption, awesome in multiplayer, really good fun. That's probably really cheap now. So it's stuff like that where I think we can have a lot of fun doing some MP and having, you know, more people in. Day of Infamy's okay. That got very repetitive. If we did it again, and we will, then doing the auto map rotation, which we can do through the server, That makes sense. Oh, what? You bought Red Dead, Trent? I've said this before, just before we end. Before I started doing this, I used to just do console gaming, and which is where I first did Farm Sim 15, was doing Call of Duty, and was playing Minecraft on a weekly basis. And a few of us, 4 of us, would get together. Me, my ex, his brother, and their nephew. Would get together on a Friday night, Saturday night, and would do some sort of gaming. I'd just inevitably sit and get drunk. One of the games we played was Red Dead. Shooty type game I'm not that good at. My ex's brother was quite gullible. So we used to, on one of the occasions, we held out on top of a building. And he was following us up the steps like a ladder on the side of this building. And so my ex shot him. He then got really annoyed. Oh, don't shoot me, I'm trying to get up there, blah, blah, blah. Gets spawned out, spawns back in the distance, runs to where we are, gets to the bottom of the ladder again. My ex shoots him again. He goes right on one. Spawns back, oh, you do that and I'm going to leave. My ex went, tell you what, okay, I promise you I will not shoot you. You promise? Yeah, I promise you I will not shoot you. Okay, fine. Runs all the way back to the building again, climbs the ladder, I shoots him in the head. It's things like that in multiplayer that are really, really good fun. That's the sort of games and that's the sort of things that I want to try and do more of next year. Not saying that the stuff we do isn't fun and the multiplayer stuff we do isn't fun, but it's stuff like that I think would be hilarious. You know, I didn't think I'd be playing Roblox. I can't say too much about it, but I have been playing the soon-to-come Train Sim World Tycoon. They're putting out a lot of tweaks currently. There's been discussions on it today. It's the sort of thing we do on a stream. It's not something that we do often, but that sort of thing we're looking at. I'd love to get more people in British Railways in Roblox. Do a more multiplayer thing. Have lots of trains going up and down. That sort of thing, where it's free to play. So it's games like that I want to try and get a lot of you guys that are watching involved. Maybe look at doing some Jackbox party games. Something like that. Things like the quiz. Things that you can join in with. Like you do with Kebab Chefs. So, going to try and do some more bigger multiplayer stuff next year, as well as some single player stuff for me. Farming will continue. Some of the stuff that we at Train Sim World will definitely continue, but try and mix it up a bit. Try and get a bit of fun back in the channel again. And you know, things like balls. It's like about £2 to buy. Try and get a few more people joining in. So yes, that is the plan. And yes, quizzes. We will plan a quiz, maybe a Christmas quiz, and do something. I probably will be here on New Year's Eve. Balls isn't £15 on CD keys. Balls is about £2. Harry will never do his quiz. He'll have a door before he does his quiz. And how long is he waiting for that? 9 years? 10 years? Anyway, there we go. We will end there. More trains back next Tuesday, back on the West Coast Mainline. What is balls? Golfing with idiots. Golf with your friends. Which we're doing a week on Saturday, I think it is. Yeah, not this Saturday. Next Saturday is balls. Yeah, more trains back next Tuesday. Next game though, next stream though, is back tomorrow night with some trucking. ETS2 carrying on from where we got to, making our way Middle East, I think it was, over that way. Friday night is going to be some farming. We're switching things around a bit. Maybe not here on Saturday. Still not absolutely sure what I'm doing, but I'll confirm that probably tomorrow or Friday. Sunday lunchtime will be some more farming, our penultimate farming stream. And then next week we got trains on Tuesday, trams on Wednesday, something on Thursday. I can't remember what it was now. Farming. Maybe. Something Friday next week. There's things next week. I can't remember. Anyway, there we go. Thanks you lot in chat for keeping me company. Tuesday Train Sim World. Wednesday Planet Coaster 2 Wednesday. That releases Wednesday. Thursday City Transport Sim. Friday ETS 2. Saturday Balls. Sunday Farming. The final stream. So yeah, new stuff and old stuff next week. Thank you, Trent. Right. Anyway, finally. Thanks you lot in chat for keeping me company this evening. Back with people with me tomorrow night to do some of the trucking type thing. So thanks to you lot, and a thanks to this lot as well. Thank to Tata Thingy for following, Richard for resubscribing, and just Trent for doing moderation. Nice to see that other people are watching. Hey Trent, where would I be without you? There we go. I will be back with people tomorrow night to do some trucks. Until then, if you have been, thanks very much for watching.